Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks to my local Walmart getting these puppies in early, I'm able to show you guys the American release of a Wii Mini. According to Nintendo's website and the three stores that they're showing, which is Best Buy, Walmart, and Toys R Us, that are at least having them listed to where you can pre-order, all of them say 17th for release. So, got lucky. And you're all probably wondering why the fuck I bought this thing after all the shit reviews on it. Need I say more? I don't have enough yet. Plus, it's like I wanted the original one and then the final version of it, as I still have my original Model 1 Wii that now is all soft modded. So I can give a fuck about the goddamn internet shit you can download, which is basically everybody's whining, oh, I can't put all the virtual consoles on it. Well, one, I've got a modded Wii that's got all kinds of consoles on it with shit tons of games, and I own a lot of them. So, big fucking deal on the internet shit for me. I could care less. And they did take away a lot of other stuff, which I'll point out. Anyways, I already got the nunchuck and Wiimote out, so I'll show you guys. For anybody that hasn't seen those thousands of videos for the Canadian version. Anyways, red Wiimote here, with a red Wiimote condom to protect from STDs. Red nunchuck. And then, as far as I know, unless you get like a bundled thing to where they're throwing in some extra games for a little bit more money, from what I've seen, the only one we're going to have here is the one that comes with Mario Kart Wii. I did notice some of the Canadian versions, it was bare bones, no free game, which on that, nah man, I definitely would have waited until the price goes way down or until I see one in a pawn shop. That is too much money to spend, even if you're in need of the Wiimote and nunchuck, which, again, I have an original Model 1 Wii. I still have the original nunchuck and Wiimote, so I was wanting an upgrade, as mine doesn't have the built-in whatever, the Motion Plus type shit. Mine's got that cube that plugs into the end of it, so now I got an upgraded one, plus a new nunchuck, is the joystick on mine, or thumbstick, or dipstick, or whatever the fuck that is wearing out. Mind me, I'm fucking tired. Did a lot of running around today. So, I'll show you guys the box here. Looks identical to the Canadian one. At least the one with the free game. And I agree with some of the other people showing this. Pretty generic looking box if it wasn't for the Mario artwork on there. Mario and Luigi. And on the internet stuff, man, they really point out all over on this box, each side and on the bottom, that this does not have anything to do with internet, man. They've stripped all that away. If you look at the bottom here, this section here in 3 languages just gives you the contents of the box, and then all the warning shit, and then once again, the Wii console does not connect to the internet. System does not support online features and games. This Wii Mini console is not compatible with Nintendo GameCube, which, once again, I'm a collector. I've got multiple GameCubes, so not a problem. And also, they stripped away that already in the last version of the Wii. So, unless you have one of the original ones, which, I may be missing a color here, but white, and then they did a black one, and then they did the 25th anniversary one or whatever for Mario that's all red. I think all 3 of those still do GameCube. And then the ones after that where they switched around the Wii logo on the front to where the system lays flat, none of those are GameCube compatible. They totally stripped it away. So, as usual, Opera software, and Dolby Pro Logic, and blah blah blah, and RSA secured. So no stupid assholes can fuck with your Wii because it's RSA secured. And then on the corner of the box it says IBM microprocessor technology. And in case I forget, I'll tell you now. In the red area of the Wii, close to where the little button is to link up your Wiimote, it says AMD. So I'm guessing the main processors are IBM, and then maybe the graphics chips are AMD, which is crazy, man. Usually those two companies don't merge on something. It's usually one or the other. So take this out here. Mario Kart game, and another reason that I got this, I did not have this yet. I know I can find it used, but man, every time I find used Wii games, because people get this for their kids, the game is always fucked up, especially Mario stuff. And at least in my Walmart, this puppy still goes for $40. So there's a big chunk off the price. And then say I was needing the Wiimote Nunchuck, man, that pretty much takes care of the price of this. Damn near. Instruction manuals, or for me, garbage. And I'm not going to show you the freaking power brick and all that shit right off the bat. All that stuff is the same that you'd get with any other type of Wii. They didn't change any of that. Same power supply. So I'll just show you the console here. Another thing they stripped away other than internet, which guy said he hadn't tried it out yet, man. They were just doing an unboxing, but there's a few videos from CNET where the guy was taking it out and he was acting like yeah, you get a composite video cable with this, just like you did with any of the other Wiis. They don't give you anything above that. But he was acting like if you wanted a component, which the Wii only went up to 480p, which really isn't that much difference than composite, man. It just kind of cleans up the screen a little bit. Unless you have a good TV, which my TV, man, really hard to tell the difference. But they've made this to where it's strictly composite video. If you hook up a component cable to this, which I have one, all you're going to get is a blank screen. It will not detect it. So they totally stripped that away, which, whatever. As the one thing that I do like about it, and here it is. On people complaining about the plastic, saying, oh, it feels like plastic. What the fuck is the original Wii made out of? It's plastic, man. So what if they made it a rough texture? I don't understand some of the shit people are ragging on about this, on just stupid shit. Like they're just trying to really make it sound horrible, other than no internet. But I like the fact that it's the rough texture on the plastic, because it doesn't seem to be fingerprint magnet, which is nice, man. You grab one of the other Wiis and there's fingerprints all over it, especially if you have one of the colored ones. Every time I see one at a pawn shop, especially the red or the black, covered in fingerprints, man. You cannot keep the damn things clean. This should be easy to be kept clean and looking nice. So anyways, on the back of it, fan, which, let's see, I don't have my other Wii where I can measure this thing. I think it's about, I'm going to say 2 inches shorter than the original Wii. Really not much meaning to call this mini, as it's not much smaller than the original Wii. Then USB port, which on this thing I have no fucking idea what you'd use that for. And AV plug there for your composite video, and then above that for your sensor bar, and then power supply. On the side here, there's where it says AMD stamped into the red there. You got darker colored button here so it stands out. That is your sync button, which on mine I didn't have to sync it. Some of them you may have to. Then there's a little panel here next to the vent. It's just got one little screw. If you take that off, you can take out the battery in this, which I believe it's your typical old school style battery that they put in all the old CD based systems like Sega CD and whatnot. And it's let's see, come on brain work. I think it's CR2032. All I remember is it's the same one that you'd have in a Sega Saturn for anybody that's into collecting, and really easy to get at, which pretty much the battery is just for keeping the clock set and all that crap. I have no idea if it's for any of the memory on anything or not, because it's got so much memory for storing your game saves. And bottom of it, not too much to say there other than the usual. And the little rubber feet on it feel more of a kind of a mix between rubber and foam. They're squishier than usual. Now I'm pointing out shit that nobody gives a fuck about. Okay, I'm going to open it up here. Top loading. And one thing to point out on this, so what? It's got a little bit of initial spring, but I'd rather have just a little bit to where it gets it open instead of one that's so freaking strong in there that it just literally flips the lid open real fast. Because that's a lot of times that, especially on the old CD players and stuff, like the old Discmans or whatnot, or just boom boxes, that would eventually break off the little pegs or whatever that hold this lid in place. So it's not putting a lot of tension on that when it opens. Otherwise, something that they did good here compared to my old school systems that are CD based, mainly the GameCube and let's see, what's another one that fucked up a lot on the damn lid? The original PlayStation, Model 1. This has your open button there, but the way they did it, there is a little hook there and a little hook there, so it catches on both corners of the top lid. So it's not just one, which usually is just one in the corner, so if that wears off, you're screwed. So a little bit better on holding the lid down, and then to tell the system that the lid is down, they just put a couple little prongs here that I guess hit a button in there, so it's closed, it knows it's on. Which a lot of times they combine that, which the one that I hated the worst was one where it was like a little pin sticking down with a nub on it, and then you had two prongs that would catch onto that were spring loaded. Boom boxes, portable CD players, all that shit, and some of the game systems that had that was always something that would break, man, because it was just a piece of plastic that was bent. Can't really show you guys anything to compare, but like where they just bend the plastic to put in a false hinge or whatever, which once you bend that thing a few 100,000 times, it's gonna eventually break. So there's a few good things about how this is made. Other than that, man, I'm happy with my purchase. It's cool. Definitely has that retro look. On the menu system, I've only tried it for about an hour with Mario Kart just to make sure everything's working, which it works great. But anything that has to do with internet, the options or anything, or on the SD card, since it doesn't have SD card, all that's been stripped away from the menu. Which this is my opinion on why they take away the SD card. I'm one of them. I'm sure I've mentioned it in one of my videos other than this one, that I have a modded Wii, and there's a lot of other videos showing you how to do that. That is not something that a game company likes, that you're hacking their system so you can put their stuff and other people's stuff on it for free. I have a feeling that's one of the reasons why they took away the SD card, because that's how I was able to modify my system with the homebrew channel and whatnot. It's just my guess, something that was floating around in my brain pan, so just take it to heart. That might be the reason they did that. Just like, okay, you guys are already hacking our system, so we're going to make it to where you can't do it at all. Because I haven't seen any hacks of this. And there is one video, I can't name names, it was a foreign one, as I watched it muted, but there is one, if anybody's interested, of somebody taking one of these apart to just show all the internals and stuff on how it's built. And that's another thing to point out, that in my aspect of game systems that I've been collecting for a long time, the fewer things in it, the fewer things that are going to break. It's pretty much just the circuit board and then the CD player, whatever, on top of it, man. There's not much to these. So if anybody's interested, man, just, hell, all I did was type in WeMod and it came up almost top of the list, so interesting video. I always like seeing people take stuff like this apart just to see what makes it tick. So, just set this on my lap here. It's pretty much all I'm going to show you guys, other than something really fucking crazy that I found at one of my dollar stores, Family Dollar. I'm sure all of you have seen those commercials for Fathead where she shows the little kids just staring at their wallet. You know, that stupid shit. Well, I got a Christmas stocking stuffer here that's gonna give your little Fluffy the same look on his or her face. Holy fucking shit. One of the stores in my town finally realized it'd be full of Fluffies. 17.6 ounces of minty hardened sugar. Which, when I get finished with this bitch, its mama won't recognize it, because what I plan to do is crush it all up and stick it in a can so I can put it in my coffee. And usually I get those long sticks or whatever that are usually like 50 cents at your grocery store. Even if I just chopped off the right length for one of those sticks, it'd still be bigger, man. I'd say this thing's at, shit, at least 1 inch and 1 centimeter wide on the width. It is freaking huge, man. So, if anybody wants to see what their kid looks like climbing a ceiling, $3 at Family Dollar. Fucking awesome. Catch you guys later.